Welcome back to Welsh Miniature Ball Gamer, and this is my monthly review of what I've got painted during the month. This month being, of course, September. Now, you may notice I have a bit of a croaky voice. My daughters, in their ever-loving ways, have decided to share their gift of the lurgies. So they've passed on whatever virus they've managed to pick up during their school day, and yeah, bring it home with them for me to share. So excuse the voice. But let's get down to see what I've managed to get painted up during the month of September. So first of all is this guy. So this guy was bought by my brother. He wanted him painted up, so I've painted it up for him. He's bigger than my usual. I usually do my 28 to 32 mil range miniatures, but this guy is, I think about 75 mil or something, sort of display piece. And I painted him up. Yeah, he's not painted up as maybe good as I would have liked, but he's painted up good enough. I'm kind of pleased with him. I like the gradient you can see there in his cloak and all, the way it's, shaded and what have you. If you look from the correct angle, the shade is in sort of the right spots. I do like the way the shield and all is turned out. So yeah, I'm really quite happy with this guy, and I think my brother hopefully will be quite happy with how he turned out. But to compare him to a standard miniature, he's kind of that big. So yeah, it's quite a bit easier to get the details, etc., on a miniature. This thing, I will say, I don't know where he got it from. Like I say, don't know if that's any help. But yeah, the print quality is pretty good. There is some layer lines that you can see when you're painting him, really close up under magnified conditions, but on a bookcase or whatever, he's going to look really well. And I'm really quite happy with how he turned out, especially for a miniature. I don't usually do that sort of scale, so. Okay, these are from the Skylark, I think, team for Core Space. Like I said, all of these are going to be a little bit shiny because I'm really handling them a little bit sooner than I should have. I should let them sort of cure a bit more before I show you them because of the varnish, but I wanted to get this shown to you before my voice completely goes. So this is, like we've said in the video, this guy kind of looks like Rogue One droid. I can't remember his name, but yeah, I wasn't that pleased with this guy. And like the Crafty Mini pointed out, it's maybe because I painted him in darker colors, and I did kind of like the ones that I had painted in the brighter colors. I do like that I painted a little smiley face on him because he did look like an emoji to me. There we go. These two from the Skylark collection, again, kind of shiny, but I'm hoping that will die down once the varnish is cured properly. It hasn't really had time to. So yeah, I really like this guy, the captain. I think the captain turned out kind of well. I like the way that shaded his jacket, etc. You can see that gradient in color. So then on to the Guards of Traitors Toll. Now these are the miniatures I painted the most of this month. So they are really kind of cool. I did two different color schemes. I did this what I was calling my Welsh flag colors. So the red, green, should be white, but I've done this real pale grey blue, to make it look a bit more. I kind of like that color more than white. White would be a bit awkward to do. But I loved painting these miniatures, so much so that I've painted loads of them. I've even done some kit bashing, which you actually wouldn't have seen on the channel when I was sort of reviewing them and painting them, etc. But yeah, I really like how this kit goes together. Wargames Atlantic have done really nice work making a kit basher's dream, really. The parts go together really well. So this guy here on the right, over here, he is made with some of the Conquistador parts from, I think that's Wargames Atlantic also, actually. So yeah, they go together really well, and I really like the sort of ruffled trousers effect. I like the way that they come out, actually. I do like that sort of Landschreiken, is it? Or something like that. Effect, the Swiss Guard type thing, where they got those puffy clothes, etc. So this one is a stock from the kit. Oh, my voice is going. This one is a custom one with the Conquistador arms and body, but with a Guards of Traitor Toll's head. I did give him a little peg leg because I figured, I wanted someone to look a little bit different. So this guy has got a peg leg. I am hoping that that shine really does go, because that's really starting to bug me now. Okay, and again, another two that are stock Guards of Traitor Toll guardsmen. And yeah, no, actually he is, but this guy isn't actually. But look, of course, he's got those trousers on, and also, again, he is another conquistador. But as you can see, the parts go together so well that it's hard to tell what is the base kit and what is Kit Bastion, I suppose, especially because they're both from Wargames Atlantic, so they blend in very well, as you would expect. So this was the other color scheme that I was going for, because my wife wanted a purple and yellow team, so that when we do finally get to play it, these will be her troopers, or guardsmen, if you will. So really had a lot of fun putting this kit together. Really can't recommend them enough, really. They're a lot of fun to do. And the last two. So, each group, you had enough miniatures in the box set to make 6 guardsmen for each person for a 2-player team, like so. Yeah, really nice. Really enjoyed painting them. And of course, then we get to the civilians. Now, the civilians, I went whole hog into these guys and really enjoyed putting them together. Now, this guy is actually made up of the body of the, hang on, Northmen Rabble or something, by oh god, I can't even remember who makes them now. So it'll probably come to me now in a minute. I got a bit of a flu brain. I can't think what I'm trying to say. So yeah, but I really like these miniatures, and really could get a load of them done, because obviously they're kind of like background characters, so they don't have to be absolutely perfect. Well, not for me, they don't anyway. I can knock them out, and be quite happy with them not being perfect. Again, like more beggar, or sort of minor, poorer looking dudes, and then you could have richer sort of merchant nobleman, or the traveling wise man, maybe with his owl. If he's got an owl, he has to be a wise man. How else did he get the owl? Then we got some Hogwarts wannabe, and let's not question what she's been up to with that sack. Then we got a cook lady, and a merchant or a noblewoman, something a bit more upper class. Got dancing girl, and we have a guy who's trying to persuade you to part with your monies. We got this fish juggler, or maybe a fishmonger, but fish juggler sounds cool. And street entertainer. I do like his little glove puppet type thing. He's entertaining the children and the adults alike. Then we've got blacksmith. Wrong way. Blacksmith, and a guy with a pouch and an axe. So maybe he's being villainous, or maybe he is just got his wages while he's been chopping down the trees, etc. Who knows? But, you know, that's what I like about these things, is they, you know, you can get to make an awful lot out of them. And, yeah, really like that. Really like the, you know, combinations that you can get. Plus, of course, you've got loads of bits and what have you. So this guy, again, is from that same Norfolk Rabble. I can't remember the company now. Fireforge? Yeah, Fireforge Games made those. So you can see that the heads and the arms and all go together fine with the Wargames Atlantic stuff. This guy looks really shiny. Yeah, he does it on the back, so yeah, that starts to dry, but it looks quicker on the back than it is on the front. So hopefully they'll be nice and dull by the time this is done. Now finally, the last two that I've actually got, but I'm not going to count them towards my miniature sort of total, because you saw me paint them up previously. I just didn't have bases for them, so I based these two guys up as well, so they are finished now and looking much better with their bases. So yeah, those will go with those, you know, like with those ones or something, you know, or one of my other guards. I got lots of guards from different miniatures, etc. So yeah, I've actually put a video up last month of me painting these guys up, so if you wanted to see those, go over and have a little looky and you will find them. So that's it. That's what I've painted up this month. I must admit, my favourite miniature probably is this guy. I really enjoyed painting something a bit bigger. You know, I managed to get a bit of different textures on him. You know, on his scabbard, you can see it's a bit more sort of weathered, if you will. And yeah, really quite liked it. You know, he's kind of a basic, because there was a lot of dry brushing, obviously, for the metal armor, etc. And, you know, it's a lot of the same colors, but really did enjoy doing that. So if you liked this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more from me, you can always subscribe and you will see every video that I put up. And if you want to leave a comment, put a comment below, and I do reply to every single comment. But until next time, this is me croaking away, Welsh Miniature Board Game.